I chose this piece of media because it was the first time people saw Trump's entrance into the presidential election. However, this time we were told a big lie, that they were all rapists and murderers. From this moment on, life would never be the same for American Hispanics and Muslims. He begins the speech by automatically declaring economic war against China, Japan, and the Middle East, using phrases such as, "They are killing us." No other period in history has one speech spelled such a disaster for multiple ethnicities and subtypes other than Adolf Hitler's address to the Reichstag, May 4th, 1941. Here's my presentation of Trump's speech with commentary and added words to illustrate how devastating this was for national diversity.
June 16th, 2015, Donald Trump rode down the golden escalator to announce his bid for the presidency. Other than my little sister, nobody thought he had a chance. The political media, left, right, and center, wildly mocked him. In fact, he reportedly had to pay actors to attend the announcement. Standing in the crowd wearing a T-shirt and holding a sign got you $50. And $50 back then was worth a lot more than it is today. As we discussed in our editorial meeting today with the show team, like him or hate him, the world will never be the same. And what makes June 16, 2015 so different is that we, the media, and perhaps most folks watching, had no idea the world would be different. Pearl Harbor, JFK assassination, 9/11. Each of those events happened, and you could know at that moment that life would be defined as before and after that event. Not so with Trump's escalator ride.
So here's Donald at the top of the golden escalator, the esteemed position of privilege, and we got Neil Young talking about a woman with a baby in her hand, throwing her kid away. And Neil Young didn't even want to be involved in this.
There's been no crowd like this. And
That's
I can
been
tell you some of
paid
the candidates,
$50
they went
each.
in, they didn't know the air conditioner didn't work. They sweated like dogs. They didn't know the room was too big because they didn't have anybody there. How are they going to beat ISIS?
So immediately
I
we
don't
have
think it's gonna happen.
ISIS.
Our country is in serious trouble. We don't have victories anymore.
We need to
used
beat
have
the
victories,
world.
but we don't have them. When was the last time anybody saw us beating, let's say, China
Let's say
in
China.
a trade deal? They kill us.
Kill
I
us.
beat China all the time.
We have to
All
kill
the
them.
time. When did we beat Japan at anything? They send their cars over by the millions. And what do? When was the last time you saw a Chevrolet in Tokyo?
When's the last time
It doesn't
anybody
exist,
has been in
folks.
Tokyo
They beat us
in this
all the
audience?
time. When do we beat Mexico at the border? They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
They're laughing.
And now they're beating us economically. They are not our friend, believe me.
Believe
But
me.
they're killing us economically. The U.S. has become a dumping ground for everybody else's problems.
So right now we've got ISIS, Japan, China, Mexico. They're killing us. You
It's
have to
true.
kill them.
And these are the best and the finest.
Here we go.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you.
Whoever that is.
They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems. And they're bringing those problems with
Tell
them.
us what kind of people in
They're
Mexico.
bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists.
Takes
and
one to
some,
know.
I assume, are good people. But I speak to border guards, and they tell us.
I love that it makes common sense.
It only makes common sense.
Everybody's a rapist.
It only makes common sense.
Except him.
They're sending us not the right people. It's coming from more than Mexico. It's coming from all over South and Latin America, and it's coming probably.
Now we've got a continent.
Probably from the Middle East.
And the Middle East.
But we don't know.
You don't know.
Because we have no protection, and we have no competence.
No protection.
We don't know what's happening.
We don't know nothing.
And it's got to stop. And it's got to stop fast. Islamic terrorism is eating up large portions of the Middle East.
So he's got us against the world right now.
Our enemies are getting stronger and stronger by the day.
The enemies are getting stronger, and we're getting weaker.
Are getting weaker.
This nationalist idea.
We have a disaster called the Big Lie.
January 6th.
Well, you need somebody, because politicians are all talk, no action. Nothing's going to get done. They will not bring us, believe me, to the promised land.
To the promised land.
They will not.
Oh, Jesus, deliver us, Mr. Trump.
Sadly, the American dream is dead.
Dead.
But if I get elected
So we
president,
got dead,
I will bring
killing,
it back.
rapists,
Bigger,
crime,
and better,
drugs.
and stronger than
Oh,
ever
he's going to
before,
bring dead back.
And we will make America great again. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So by making America great again, he's talking about this nationalist idealism, which is really ridiculous, because this whole thing is about America is dead, our enemies are against us, they're powerful, they're all rapists, and they're coming over. We got to shut down the border, we got to kill them. You know, this guy's the ultimate in white privilege, talking about how we're just hopeless and need a strong man to lead us.